Yeah. So you had a mixture of people jumping in last minute. You had people that weren't studying. You had, mixture. And ultimately, it seemed like people were keeping up and stuff. So, yeah, like I said, look at that last video, and it showed 3 views. I'm sure one of them was mine at a minimum, if not 2. So, like, nobody looked at the video, man. So, and then the previous one, I don't even remember if I looked. But I know just looking on the Facebook group, I'm not seeing more than, like, when I post a message, I'm not seeing more than 6 people seeing the message, and then usually 1, maybe 2 will actually like, respond, or give some sort of indication, whatever. So anyway, yeah, it is what it is. So, but we'll charge along anyway. So let's see. Just going back over neuter real quick. So just remember, neuter is like the masculine, or like the second declension masculine, because they're both second declension, but they're like the masculine. The only exception is nominative and accusative. Nominative and accusative are different than the masculine. The genitive and the dative, genitive and dative are the same. But as we see, with masculine, it's os is the ending, and on for the nominative. And then same for neuter, makes it really easy. The accusative is also on as far as memorization. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? And then accusative on the masculine is on. So, you need the article to know, oh, is this, if it's an unfamiliar noun. But if you have the noun memorized, like anthropos, you already know that's masculine. So if it's the accusative and it says anthropon, you already know. You're like, well, there's no article, but that's okay because I already know it's masculine, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that? Yeah. Okay. And then so our second declension, neuter. Again, neuter is always second declension. But our neuter nouns we learned were to biblion, which is book, to hieron, which is temple, and the accent is over the last syllable. I had to look that up. To ergon, it's on the first syllable, ergon, the accent, and to technon, so it's on the first syllable. So to technon is descendant or child. A lot of times it's used in the context to convey the idea it's a child, but it doesn't have to be. So just a descendant. And then to ergon, that's like where we get in English ergonomics, like we said. It's the idea of work. In fact, if you transliterate that right there, ergon, it's going to look like this. It's going to be ERGON. Again, ergonomics, right? And if I put en in front of it, and we're going to get into prepositions soon, and we're going to see how Greek uses prepositions, borrows from them, and puts them on the front of a word as a prefix. And you can see the word energy in there, right? Right there. So the fact that this means work, especially when, if you're studying physics, you go, oh, what's the unit for work? Energy is work. Just like the unit for measurement, maybe feet or inches, or the unit of temperature is degrees, or the unit of I don't know, I'm trying to think of another example. Frequency, which is the amount of repetition of something, a wave or something, per second, is hertz. They call it hertz. Other examples, you know what I mean. So the unit of measure for energy in physics is work, and So anyway, I'm still trying to think of some other examples, but yeah, inches or feet or would be for like distance. What's the unit of measure for distance? It's like miles or feet or something. I'm blanking out on some more examples, but yeah. So anyway, we might even look at some prepositions today, maybe, because you can really start forming some good sentences once you can add a prepositional phrase that really gives depth to what the sentence is saying. Because like our simple sentences say, hey, I want to learn, and say, ego thelo, Manthanin, I want to learn, or I want you to learn. Ego, thelo, se, manthanin. And then I say, to biblion, I want you to learn the book. If you had a prepositional phrase, you can really kind of, like modify the sentence to, that's grammatical language, modify. Just like they say, an adjective modifies the noun, meaning it really gives color to the noun. Because if I just use a noun like dog, I don't know anything about that dog. But if I start giving adjectives like he's big and he's fuzzy and he's brown and he, and he smells, and those are all adjectives. Now I'm getting to know that dog, right? So in the same way, if I had prepositional phrases, I can really understand what the author is trying to convey. So in a sense, prepositional phrases kind of almost function like similar, like how adjectives do to nouns and stuff. So yeah, we'll take a look at some prepositions probably today. But yeah, I definitely want to get into the plurals. We've only looked at singular side, both for nouns and for verbs. So keep it in mind, our verb was ego, ego, ego thelo. So our ending was omega. So ego is I, that's our pronoun. But thelo, here's our stem together with our ending, omega. Ace is su, right? Su, theles. That's this, su theles. And autos, thele. Autos, he wants. He wants. So it'd be autos. Autos thele. Yeah, autos thele. He wants. Yeah, he wants you to learn the book. Autos thele, say, you. And that's accusative again, right? Where's our pronoun? I guess we don't have our pronoun per item up here. But it's ego, su. This is just nominative. And autos. All right, so this is the nominative form. Ego, that's I. Su is you. Autos is he. All right. So does that ring a bell?
It does. I remember the omega, ace, and
A. Yeah.
And next to they, I can't read that now. What is that next to the they?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're gonna go over this. So this is the plural side. So we'll do that now. So we're basically gonna take our stem, they or thel, thel, theta, epsilon, lambda, and we're gonna add the one for we. So now we're gonna change this to we, and we'll get into what that is, but we'll do it later. We don't need the pronoun. I don't need to say ego thelo. I can just say thelo, right? Ego thelo is just for clarity and emphasis, and if there's ambiguity and it clarifies or something or whatever. So I could just add this. So this is omen, right? So thelomen. Yeah. So omicron mu epsilon nu. Yeah. Scooch that over a little bit. So thelomen say. So we want you to learn the book. Yeah, sorry, let me block that off here. Thelomen se manthaning to biblion. Yeah. Thelomen se manthaning to biblion. We want you to learn the book. So thelomen. Yeah. So let's say it's me, and let's say Christian is here with me visiting, and I say to you, I say thelomen se manthaning to biblion, and then I ask you, theles manthaning to biblion. What would you say?
Hold on, we're cutting up again.
Oh, am I cutting up on you? Okay, so yeah, so can you hear me better now?
I can hear you, yes.
Oh, okay. So if let's say Christian is here visiting with me, and I say thelomen se manthanen to biblion. And then I say, and I ask you this, and I say, ara theles manthanen to biblion? What would you say? Ara theles manthanen to biblion?
Okay, Theles. Theles, I know that one, and I know Biblion. So Thelion, I guess, no. Say it again.
Okay, so just remember, thelo, the basic lexicon form, right, means I wish or I want, right? And then manthano means to learn, right? So if I say, if I say Christianos, Christian, kai ego, thelomen se manthanen to biblion, right? So that's just a statement. So let me ask you, do you understand what I'm saying? Thelomen se manthanen to biblion. Do you remember what that means?
I understand that. See, I know thelos the want, and that's I want. So thelomen means we want.
Thelomen.
Is that right?
Thelomen.
Okay, yes. So
yeah,
thelomen means
thelomen, yeah.
we want.
Yeah, exactly. Thelomen se, we want you. Thelomen se manthanen to biblion. Yeah, thelomen se manthanen to biblion.
Okay. We want you to learn the book.
Right. And then I ask you, I say, ara theles manthanen to biblion? Ara theles manthanen to biblion?
You're learning the book, and I would say, oh no, you'd say, you want to learn the book, and I would say, nai, thelo manthano.
Manthanen.
Okay. How do you spell that in Greek?
Yeah, so it's mu alpha nu. Yeah, mu alpha nu. Theta alpha nu.
Theta.
Epsilon iota nu.
Okay, it's on one of my lists, I'm sure, but it's not on the list in front of me. And, okay, so
yes, he has another reason, man, to go back and watch the videos, because like you said, when you go back and watch the video, it's clear. It's not so clear now, but it's crystal clear when you go back and watch it. So, yeah, see if you can make time to do that, brother. I don't know how bad your schedule is, but if you can squeeze that in, that would be great. Yeah, and then get you a notebook and, you know, write down some of the sentences, practice them, and yeah, that'll help a lot. You'll learn a lot faster. Yeah. But
so I'd say ego thelo manthanen, right?
No.
Ton biblion.
To biblion. To. Yeah. Just tau omicron. That's a neuter. That's a neuter noun. Yep. So what case is this? To biblion?
Yes.
What case?
That's the it's the accusative, isn't it?
Accusative, yeah. Accusative, yeah. Yep. That's accusative. Yep.
Neuter.
Yeah. Yeah, biblion, to biblion. The book. Yep, so now if we change this to in fact, I don't know if you can see that word want right there, but I move it over here. Yeah. So thelete se manthanen to biblion. So that would mean this is y'all. So this is you plural, right? So it's basically saying you guys, y'all want to learn. You guys want to learn the book. I mean, I could throw that in there. Yeah, you guys want you. That would sound funny in English because we use the same word for plural. And so, but if you said y'all want you to learn the book, that might be a little clearer. But
yeah, I'm in Texas. Y'all is okay.
yeah. So θέλετε σε μαθαίνετε το βιβλίο. Y'all want you to learn the book.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I could change this and make it me. Right.
Okay.
How would I make that? Y'all want me to learn the book. What would I use for a pronoun? What case would I use? Would I use a nominative or genitive, dative, or accusative?
Hold on. Y'all want me. Okay, which one are we changing?
Yeah. So yeah, this one here was say. So what's the subject? What's the subject of this? This is our verb. So what's our subject?
Well, let's see. Y'all want. So I guess the subject is well, it would still be y'all, right?
Right. Yeah. The subject is y'all. Yeah, we'll learn the pronoun for that soon, but yeah, that's basically y'all. That's the subject. Right.
Verb, y'all
yeah.
want.
This is the verb. That's the main verb. Yep. Y'all want, and then I'm gonna put a pronoun here. So what case would it be? If I'm talking about myself, what? I mean, how would you say it in English?
Pronoun would it?
How would you say it in English?
For me.
Y'all want me? Y'all want me to learn the book? Is that how you'd say it?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Y'all want me to say. So how would you translate me into Greek?
Is it the move?
So you're saying genitive?
Okay, I did it wrong. Let's see.
What case would it be?
Moi. Would it be
Okay, so what case is moi? Do you remember?
If I look at my
you got to study more, man. Yeah, I think if you go back to the video and go through, actually get paper out and actually go through and work it as you're doing watching the video, I think that will help a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting there. Oi is dative, right?
Yeah, dative. Yeah. So what would moi mean? How do you translate that in English?
It would be how would I use that? I got that written down too.
Yeah. That would mean to me. To me.
Yeah.
That's what dative would be. Dative is usually, you can start out with, not saying there might not be some exceptions, but in general, it's going to be to, fill in the blank, whatever the noun is. So if the noun is teacher, then it's going to be to the teacher. If the noun is dog, it's to the dog. If the noun is talking about me, then it would be to myself or to me or whatever. So here we don't want to me. Y'all want to me to learn. No, we don't want to me. We just want me. So what case would that?
Right.
What's that?
It would be nominative.
Well, what's the nominative used for? You remember what the nominative is used for?
For the don't want me. Well, it's not genitive, dative, or accusative.
Yeah, the nominative
I don't know why I'm getting.
It's okay, man. Yeah, the nominative is used for the subject. Yeah, so we already got a subject, so we don't want the subject. We want the direct object. Yeah, so what's the direct object case?
Okay, y'all want me. I'm the direct object. Okay, and that would be the accusative.
Yep, there you go.
That would be.
Yep, you just got to wrestle with it sometimes. So, yep. So y'all want me to learn the book. So what would that be? What would be the accusative?
On?
No.
I don't have.
Yeah, let me write it out here. So Yeah, so it's ego. Can you see that? Yeah. Can you see that okay right there?
Well, no, not really.
Not really?
Okay. No, it's blurry.
All right. How about this? Can you see this?
That's ego.
Okay, let me move it up a little bit. Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Ego.
All right,
genitive,
ego.
Mu.
And so then after that, it would be mu. Mu. Moi. Again, of course, the paradigm goes nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, right? So,
Right.
yeah, that's going to be me. So, ego, mu, moi, me. Ego, mu, moi, me. And very similar over here, su. Su. Notice how this is the same. Soy. Say. So these are the same. They're both irregular. I mean, they don't follow like altos. Altos follows that same paradigm you've already learned. These are like each other, but they're not like any of the other. They're not like this paradigm here. They're just unique. But they're like each other. Mu, su, moi, soy, me, say. So yeah, you just have to kind of just run that through your mind every once in a while during the week. Just go ego mu moi me, ego mu moi me, ego mu moi me, ego mu moi me, su su soy say, su su soy say, su su soy say, and just keep doing that. Drill it in your brain, and yeah. So then here, so the accusative is me, right? So I'm gonna say basically, y'all. Θέλετε με μαθαίνετε το βιβλίο? Does that make sense?
Say it again. Θέλετε.
Yeah, θέλετε με μαθαίνετε το βιβλίο? Yeah, θέλετε με μαθαίνετε το βιβλίο.
Okay.
Yeah. And, I could ask it as a question and say, Άρα θέλετε με μαθαίνετε το βιβλίο? Let's say you had a room full of people over there and I was talking to y'all and I said, hey, do y'all want me to learn the book? How would you answer that question?
And I could say, well, answering on their behalf, nai.
Yeah, nai.
It would still be θέλετε, y'all.
No, it's not gonna be y'all. You're gonna say we. How do you say we?
We? Well, okay. We is I'm sorry, I got that over here too.
No. Not the word for we. How do you say we want? In other words, how would you, conjugate this so that you say we want you to learn the book? How would you say that?
Oh, yeah. Okay, that means like I'm the y'all. Okay, then
yeah.
We want that would be Haloman.
Right. Yeah.
Haloman. If it wouldn't be me anymore, it would be Sue.
Or no, not Sue.
Or no, because it's going to be accusative. Say.
Say. Yep.
Say.
Thalomen. Yep. So Thalomen se mantanen to biblion. Yep. I mean, we could do this. We could say Thalomen mantanen se to biblion. Thalomen mantanen se to biblion. We could do that. I mean, we could say Thalomen se mantanen or Thalomen mantanen se to biblion. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So, but yeah, we want you to learn the book. So probably makes more sense for now, for starting out learning, is to put it the same way we would say it in English. Thalomen se mantanen to biblion. We want you to learn the book. Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so make sure you got these down. Ego, mu, moi, me. and then su, which is sigma upsilon, and then su genitive is spelled with 3 letters, sigma omicron upsilon, and then dative is soy, sigma omicron iota, and then accusative is sigma epsilon. Yeah. So yeah, make sure you got those. Practice those. Definitely practice those a lot. And then as far as he, I think we've talked about that already, but we'll go through it anyway. That follows the masculine because it's he, it's masculine. So that's going to be autos, autu, auto, auton. Right? So it's going to start out with this little basic stem. Alpha, upsilon, tau. And then it's going to go with our paradigm over here. So it's autos, autu, auto, auton. So nominative, genitive, dative, accusative. Does that make sense?
I think so. So for the autos, belonging to he or she, and then depending on how it would go, would be.
Yeah, not she. Yeah, this is not having to do with she. That's different.
Oh,
yeah, this is he only. And so it's exactly like our masculine nouns. Like huios, huiu, huio, huion. Anthropos, anthropu, anthropo, anthropon. Autos, autu, auto, auton. So the ending is the same. It's masculine. It's just like our masculines. So yeah, so this is all the normal sort of thing. And then we got these 2 exceptions for the personal pronoun for me or I and you. These are 2 exceptions, and they're similar to each other, so it makes it easier, less painful. That we just learned the first one, ego and su, and then after that, mu and su, moi and soy, me and se. Very similar to each other. Yeah. So again, this is singular, right? Me and you, singular. We haven't learned plural. Plural would be we and y'all and they. That would be plural. So anyway, so that okay? That making sense?
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Yeah, I'm sorry. The alto is he, and I would add the ending based on how it's used. Okay,
right.
I understand. I think.
Yeah. So you add the ending exactly the same way you do it for second declension. There's no difference. If you need a subject, use the nominative. If you need possessive, use the genitive. If you need an indirect object, use the dative. If you need a direct object, you use the accusative. So it's the same sort of thing with this. And as far as in general, nominative, genitive, dative, and accusative, even though they look different, right here, I and you, it's the same rules. If I need nominative, I use ego or I use su. If I need possessive, I use genitive, mu or su. I mean, it's the exact same thing. It's just that they look different. They're spelled differently. That's it.
Right.
So, yeah. So it's the same basic idea. So yeah. So back to the plural for conjugating these omega verbs. These are the omega type verbs. That's the verbs we've been learning. So thalomen is we. So we, thalomen. Y'all would be thalete. And then they, move that other way. They would be omicron, upsilon, sigma, iota, nu. Yeah. So it'd be thalusin. So that would be they. Yeah.
Okay, so okay, I guess hold on, I can't see the bottom of that. Omicron, upsilon, sigma, and nu. That's going to be for all of them.
Yeah. So this is they. Yeah, thalusin. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So they loosen me. I'll just put me. They want me to learn the book. They loosen me mantanen to biblion. They loosen. Yep, actually the accent moves over here. Accent moves right there. Yeah, they loosen me mantanen to biblion. So it's basically right here. The whole paradigm is, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I think you can see that, right? Omega, ace, a, omen, ete, usen. So again, just like this, you want to just rattle that off again and again and again throughout the week in your mind. Omega, ace, a, omen, ete, usen. Omega, ace, a, omen, ete, usen. Omega, ace, a, omen, ete, usen. And just periodically do that together with these paradigms. And eventually, I mean, it takes some time, but if you do that, that's going to help a lot. And yeah, it's going to help a lot. So yeah, so it's the singular side, that's the plural side. So did you get that all written down?
Yes, I've got that.
Oh, okay, yeah. So let's do, so that's verbs. Let's get rid of verbs. Now we're going to talk about nouns. So we've only done singular with nouns, you know. And again, we talked about infinitives last time, right? So the infinitives we're messing with are only for our omega verbs. That's all we've looked at. And it's for present tense, not indicative active, sorry. Present tense active. Present tense, this is tense. This is mood. This is voice. So active voice, and we'll eventually learn about what voice is when we start talking about other types of voices, and we can get into that. So present tense, active voice, and the mood is infinitive, and it's epsilon, iota, nu. And that's what we got here. This is an infinitive, mantane, to learn, right? And I can even do that. So we'll use our Lego verb. How would I make Lego into an infinitive? If I say they want me to, remember Lego means say or speak. I'll say to speak.
Right. Oh, you mean to make infinitive would be legain.
Right. Legain. Yep. So thelusin me legain to. They want me to speak the book. They want me to narrate the book. I guess I don't know. They want me to. They want me to speak the book. They want me to. I'll say ton, because I need the accusative, right? Ton logon. Yeah. Is that on your end or is that on my end? People hollering outside. Okay.
No, I guess it's not here.
Oh, okay. I guess it's outside. Anyway, thelusin me legain to logon. They want me to speak the word. So we haven't been able to say the words yet because we don't know plural. That's what we're going to look at right now. So anyway, so this is a review of infinitives. You can do that for all of them. Gnoskein, manthanein, graphein, thelain, ekain, akuain, legain. The only one you can't do is the one that's not an omega verb. Which one's not an omega verb? Right here, eīmī. It's not an omega verb. So you can't apply that rule to that. Uh-huh.
I think you lost your recording. You went black for a minute, and now the screen is good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I spoke too soon.
Yeah,
I don't know, something funny just happened.
Yeah, something funny just happened. Yeah, you kind of disappeared. All I saw was like your icon there for a couple seconds. Okay, I don't know. We had a hiccup there. So yeah, the only verb you can't do that rule with for the infinitive is it's got to be an omega verb, right? Eīmī is not an omega verb. It's a me verb, and we'll get into that eventually. So that's our verb that means to be, you know. And so eīmī means I am. Ego eīmī, I am. So anyway, so let's move away from infinitives. That was a review. Talked about that last week. And so now we're going to look at the plural for nouns, and this is going to eventually apply to, it's going to apply also to pronouns, personal pronouns. It's going to apply to adjectives. So we know this singular side is os. This is second declension masculine. Second declension masculine. Sorry, my M's look funny. Second declension masculine. So os, u, omega, o, on. So that's the endings for declining the second declension masculine. The plural is going to be oi, on, with a long. It's not short. It's not an omicron. It's long. It's an omega, on, and then it's going to be ois, and then us. So it's oi, on, ois, us. So this is the singular side. This is the plural side, and again, this is nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, right? So if I want plural nominative, let's say I use my word anthropos, how would I make anthropos into again, it's subject, it's going to be nominative, it's subject, it's the subject of the sentence. How would I make anthropos, which is this, into plural? How would I change that?
Anthropos to plural, anthropoi.
There you go, anthropoi. If I wanted to make it genitive, how would I make it genitive?
Anthropon.
Anthropon, right? If I want to make it into dative, plural, how would I do that?
Anthropois.
Anthropois, yep. And if I want to make it accusative?
Anthropopus.
Yeah, anthropus, yeah, exactly. So if I with that paradigm right there, if I said something like where you use that sentence where it's like, I want you to speak the words. So we don't have to just stick with ton logon anymore. Now we can say tous logos, right? So we can say, or I'll just do a simple sentence. So how would I say, I'll just ask you, if I say I speak the words, how would you say that in Greek? How do you say I? Give me that first.
Ego lego ton logon.
Well, that's the word singular, but make it plural.
Logoi, I'm sorry. Ego lego. It would be toy logoi.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Logoi, yes.
Are you sure it's nominative? Are you sure it's the subject of the sentence? Is this the subject of the sentence?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay. Would be direct object to speak the words. Logos. Logos.
Right. I mean, what part of speech is this? Is it the indirect object, direct object, or the subject?
Direct object.
Right. So what case would you use for direct object?
The omicron, upsilon, sigma, us.
Yep.
Accusative.
Accusative. Yep. Yep. So ego, lego, tous logos. Yep. Ego, lego.
Yeah. Ego, tous,
right.
logos.
Logos. Yep. Ego, lego, tous logos. Ego, lego, tous logos. So say that a couple times in a row. Say ego, lego, tous logos.
Ego, logo, tous logos.
Say it again. Ego, lego.
Ego, logo.
Ego, lego, not logo. Ego, lego.
Lego. No.
Hey, let go of my ego.
Tous logos. Well, tongue twisters.
Yeah. Let go of my ego. So yeah, ego, lego. I don't know, this always sounds funny to me. Ego, lego. Ego, lego, tous logos. It is.
Ego, logo. Ego, lego, tous logos.
Tous logos.
Tous logos.
Tous logos, yep. Ego, lego, tous logos. Okay, so again, let's go through the paradigm again. Os, u, o, on. So say that. Os, u, o, on.
Os, u, o, on, oi, on, ois, us.
Oh, okay, good. Yep. There you go. Yep. Okay, I guess. Okay, yeah, we got it over there. Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess I had that for the article. Ton. Or sorry, not ton. To. That's neuter. Yeah. Okay. To. To. Yeah. So that's the article for neuter. So let's see. Let's use grafo. Actually, I'm going to introduce a new noun, which is going to be really easy because you know gnosco already, right?
I'm sorry, it broke up there. You can introduce it?
Yeah. Do you remember gnosco?
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Gnosco is know.
Yeah, to know, right? I know. So I'm going to give you a new one. So if you add just a little bit on the front end, actually you're going to eventually see this is actually from a preposition, which, like I said, that prepositions make a lot of prefixes in Greek. And then we put gnosco, which we already know. Okay. So anagnoskos. So that's a soft breathing mark right here. Anagnoskos. So that means I read. So that's pretty handy. You're talking about, hey, I want to read the book. So if I say ego anagnosko to biblion, what does that mean? Yeah, ego anagnosko to biblion. What does that mean?
Ego anagnosko to know. I'm gonna have to write it down.
Oh, okay.
I can't read it. We'll say it again.
Can you see the board? Okay, right there.
Well, I can see all the declensions on top. I can barely read it. I see. Let's. No, I can't read it.
Oh, you can't read it? Is it because it's fuzzy or?
Anagnoskos. Is that what you said?
Anagnosko. So it's alpha, nu, alpha, and then the word gnosko after that. Alpha, nu, ana. Alpha, nu, alpha. So okay, anagnosko. Yeah.
Anagnosko.
Yeah, so if I say ego anagnosko to biblion, what does that mean?
Ego anagnosko read the book.
Right.
Biblion.
Yeah, ego anagnosko to biblion. Yeah, I read the book. Yep. So now we can say, that means read, right? So I want to add that to my list over here. Let me add that over here. That means to learn. And now, ana. Oh, I'm running out of room. Let's try that again.
Which one means to read?
Anagnosko.
Okay, so it's like one word, because gnosko is to know, anagnosko is to read.
Right. Yeah. To read.
And it's like, is it one word or is it auto like the question?
No, it's not ada. It's alpha, nu, alpha.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one word. Nu. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So that's what I was saying. In Greek, we're about to learn prepositions. That's a prefix on the front of gnosko, and it comes from a preposition. And you're going to start seeing that, especially once you learn the positions, you're going to be able to recognize it like, oh man, look at these variations of these words simply by adding this prefix, which is basically a preposition. So yeah, so that, is anagnosko. That's a word that means to read, or I read. Basically means I read. Yeah, so we could say read, we could say learn, montano, we can say grafo, right? So that's a lot of reading and learning and writing, and then we know how to say student, mathetes, mathete, ho mathetes. We got words, logos, we could turn the logoi or whatever we need to do. We got teacher. So yeah, we got a lot of words where we could actually write a nice paragraph that describes teacher, student, reading, writing, learning. We could write a nice paragraph with that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, there is a lot of work. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you copy this plural side down? Because I'm going to erase it if you got it.
I've got that down.
Okay. So I speak the words. So ego, lego, tous logos. I speak the words. Ego, lego, tous logos. So this is oi, on, ois, us. Yeah. So oi, on, ois, us. And then the ending os, u, o, on. Right? So that's the second declension masculine. That was the plural side. Like I said, it always goes nominative, genitive, dative, accusative. Right? So let's see what kind of, simple paragraph we can make where we're going to use anagnosko, we're going to use montano, we're going to use grafo, we're going to use, actually, let me write that up here. So we're going to use the words for read. We're going to use the words for write. We're going to use the words for learn. We're going to use the word for teacher. We're going to use the word for student or disciple. Mathetes is disciple or student. And then, of course, the word for words, logos. Sorry, words, a word. Okay. So let's see. First, I say, I don't know. Give me a word. What do you think? How should we start out our? Let's craft a word. Let's craft a paragraph in English, and then we're going to translate it into Greek. How's that? Can we do that?
Okay, that'll work.
Let's do it. Okay. So, what do you think? Let's say the student writes writes the words and the teacher reads we haven't used certain types of pronouns yet to say reads what he wrote. We could say reads. Actually, you know what? We could say reads them. Yeah. So them is referring to what word in our sentence? Them is referring to what in our sentence?
Them would be autoi.
No. That's not the question. I'm saying in English. Let's just stay English right now. Them, grammatically, we're talking grammar. This right here, this pronoun is pointing to what noun?
Oh, okay. That makes sense. The student writes the words and the teacher reads them. It would be the indirect object.
No, that's not the question. This pronoun right here is pointing to what word? Because what's the purpose of a pronoun? Tell me in your own words, what's the purpose of a pronoun?
Maybe I don't understand the question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, can you hear me okay, or am I cutting out?
Both, but okay, go ahead, say again.
So I'm just saying, what is the purpose of a pronoun?
Okay, to represent a noun.
Yeah, it's a replacement. It's a substitute, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So this pronoun right here, is it singular or plural? Them. Is them plural or singular?
Okay. Okay, that pronoun right there reads them. So it's.
Let's do pronouns. Let's set Greek aside. We're going to go English here for a second. Here's our personal pronouns in English, right? Personal pronouns. Okay, so it's I. Let's see. So that would be nominative. Would be I. That's the subject, right? It's I, and then you would say my, because it's possessive, right? Which is genitive, possessive, and then dative would be indirect object. Right? So which means, to me, right? Indirect object. And then accusative, which is direct object, is going to be just me. So basically it's I, my, to me, and then me. So that's English. And then that's singular, right? And then plural is basically going to be we, yeah, so we, ours, and then it's going to be to them, and then it's just going to be them. Yeah, I guess I should have done that. Sorry. Does that help? So this is English. We just looked at it in Greek, and then I erased the board. This is English. I, my, you could say when I'm talking genitive, and I use a let's say book, biblion, and I put it in the genitive, I could say bibliou, singular, right? And yeah, bibliou, okay. And I say tu bibliou. Sorry. Tau. Okay. So tu bibliou. So you could say, if I say mu, right, that would be my, like my book, or I could say the book of mine. I mean, I could say my, or I could say of mine. In English, they mean the same thing. I could say the book of mine, or I could say my book. You see what I'm saying? So I could say that. Say either if I say the book, blah 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 blah. That would be the subject. Or actually, forget I said that. We're going to use the pronoun for me, for I. So if I said, ego, we've learned that one. So ego thelo or ego grapho or ego gnosco, whatever. Ego is Greek for that, right? And then genitive, this is mu in Greek. So basically, you're using that for this purpose to show possession, right? Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Yeah. And so then, dative, or indirect object to me, if it, the subject of the sentence is George gives the book is the accusative form, direct object. To me, that's the indirect object. To me is the indirect object. Or I could say to them, that would be the indirect object. But what he gave, that's the direct object, which would be the book. He gave the book to them. So to them would be indirect object, but if I said the book, then the book would be accusative. So in this sentence up here, we got them. It's not to them, it's them. So that is accusative, right? and it's plural. It's not singular. It's not me. It's not you. It's not he. That's singular. It's them. So if it's we, oh, I'm sorry, not them. I'm sorry, we're using we here. Sorry. So it'd be to us. Sorry. So this goes with we, to us, and then this would be us. They give us the book, or if they give to us, you could use that. You could say that, or yeah. So the accusative for we, which is direct object, would be us. Genitive would be ours, like our book or whatever. And then let me space this out a little bit. It doesn't look like one word. To us. Yeah, so that would be we versus, yeah, I guess I should have done that. So for the word I, not you, we haven't talked about you. We're just talking about I, and we're talking about we, right? So that's the idea in English. I, genitive is my or of mine. Dative is to me. It's to me, the indirect object. And then direct object would be me for I. Or if it's plural, we would be us, right? So in this case, it's them. So we need to get rid of these guys. Oh, yeah. Well, singular. That's singular there, I guess. Yeah. And now we got our, actually, I'm not going to do singular. I'm just going to do plural. Plural. So this is the plural side. Okay, so now it's going to be they. So they is subject. Genitive would be theirs. Right? Indirect object would be to them, which is what we had before. Sorry about that. And then here would be them. And that belongs to they, which is the subject form, the nominative form. Yeah. Does that make sense? So they, theirs, to them, them. Yeah. Does that help? Sorry. Probably should have done that. Didn't think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, does that make more sense? Yeah. So, yeah, and then if we did it for you, I mean, it would basically be you, and it would be your or yours, whatever, depending on the situation, probably yours. To you, I think it'd be you. Yeah. So this could be the subject or the accusative. So it's like you gave, or he gave you the book. You would be accusative. He would be the subject. He gave you. So this would be, yeah. So this is both the nominative and the accusative form in English. You know, in other words, the direct object and the indirect object in English it doesn't change. But when the plural for they, it's not they down here, it's them. Yeah, they, theirs, to them, them. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Okay. So now, this is what we're talking about right here. Accusative. That's what we're talking about up here. Right? And the teacher, which is the subject, reads, that's the verb, and the direct object right there. Teacher reads them the book. Or so, yeah, reads them the book or whatever. Oh, I guess it's more like, I take it back. Reads to them. Yeah. Yeah, reads to them. That would be better.
Well, actually, I misunderstood then because I thought that in our sentence, let me go back.
Oh, my bad.
The student writes.
Yeah, my bad.
And the teacher reads them.
The words. Yeah, my bad. So I was thinking about to people, but it's not read them to people. It's read the words. So it's read them. So that is, yeah, the words. So this would be the accusative, yeah. This would be the accusative. So the students write the words, and the teacher reads them. So that is pointing to the words. So the student writes the words. So that's accusative. This is the verb. This is nominative. This is the subject. And just starts another sentence, and they're just joined by a conjunction, which is and, right? How do you say and in Greek?
Kai.
Yep, there you go. And how do you say the teacher?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to cheat on that one.
The teacher reads them. So the teacher reads the words. I mean, we could say that the student writes the words and the teacher reads the words. We could say that, but you can just as well just put a pronoun in there as a substitute. So anyway, let me get rid of this. Yep. Okay. So yeah, just if you look over here, oh, I think we got him. Yeah, didaskalos is teacher. You know, angelos is messenger, angel. Oklos is crowd. Theos is God. Laos is the people. Uranos is the sky or the heavens. Cosmos is the world. Nomos is the law. Adelphos is the brother, or brother, excuse me, brother, not da, but brother. Kurios is Lord. Anthropos is, you know, a man or mankind, man. Yeah, it's like in one sense, you got to think of it as man when you're writing the sentence, but it's more in the understanding that it's not masculine man, it's just mankind man, right? So, because sometimes mankind will make sense when you're writing a sentence, but sometimes when you translate it man makes better sentence in English. Otherwise, it sounds strange. Huios, that's a rough breathing mark there, so that's son. Apostolos is one that is sent, like the apostle. Doulos is servant or slave. Christos is Christ. Logos is word. You know, like I said, didaskalos. So delta, iota, delta, alpha, sigma, kappa, alpha, lambda, omicron, sigma. I know it's kind of hard to see, but yeah. Anyway, we'll write it here. So the student writes the words and the teacher reads them. And then we could say, I'll throw in a new word, say eta. That's how you say then. So we'll say that. So then, let's see, student writes the words, then the teacher reads them. Then the student learns the words Yeah. I could throw in another word too. The word for how is pos. Yeah. I forget what accent that is. I want to say it's, yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll have to check. Anyway, then the student learns the words. And we could say, how does he learn the words? Right? That's a question. So we're going to use ada. Remember our word ada for a question. And we're also going to use the question mark, which is a semicolon. And we're also going to use our new interrogative word there, the pos. So we'll say that. But anyway, how does he learn the words? Let's see. He reads and writes the words. Yeah. Reads and writes the words. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you can think of the word manthano. Sometimes it's, the idea of learning, but sometimes you could think of it as the idea of studying too. I guess it just depends on the context of how you would, kind of see it. So let's see. He reads and writes the words. And let's see, what can we say about the teacher? We can say the teacher hears. Oh, I started writing Greek. Let's see. Hears him read the book. Yeah. Hears him read the book. I'll just say that. I was going to say he's happy, but I won't do that right now. Okay, so I'm not going to write it down right now, and we're just going to walk through it. But what I want you to do, let's see, I don't know how far we are into the video. We're going to have to end it soon. But after we walk through this, I want you to go back through this video, and let me see. Okay, let me see. How far into the video? Nah, it doesn't even tell me, does it? All right, I have to guess. When did we start? We started about, a little over an hour ago. Okay.
Maybe 6:45.
Yeah, so I'm just going to, without writing it, I'm just going to kind of walk you through it. And if you'll actually write this out, go through it, go back through it this week, write it out. You might have to wrestle with a little bit or whatever. And then we'll go through and review what you did last week. Or next week, sorry. Next week we'll review what you do. So starting out here, the student writes the words. So that's going to be, how would we say the student as opposed to just student? How would we say the student? We need the article, right? This is, and this is, what case is this?
Nominative.
It's nominative, right? It's the subject of the sentence. So how would you say the student?
Would be
Yeah, it's a rough breathing mark. It's a rough breathing mark, so it's whole. Yeah, it's a rough breathing mark, so it's whole.
Whole.
Yeah. Yeah, do you remember how to say that? Mathetes. It's a little bit like Manzano, but it's, it's derived from Manzano. Yeah. Yeah, so
mathetes.
Yeah, so ho mathetes, and then we're going to use our verb to write, which is grapho. So grapho. So since it's student, is that first person, second person, or third person?
Well, it's you're saying the student, so it's what person? I guess that's still could be second person.
Well, yeah, if it's me, me, then it's first person. If it's you, it's second person. If it's not one of those, then it's always third person. So it doesn't matter if it's he, or if it's George, or if it's the man, or if it's the store, or if it's the car. It's always third person. If it's not first person, if it's not second person, it's always third person. So here, the student is third person. So you would say ho mathetes, and then you would, take the, how would you conjugate grapho, which is I write? How would you conjugate that as third person? Singular. Third person singular.
Third person singular. There would be.
Yeah, what was the ending?
It's the usen.
No,
right?
singular. Yeah, well, yeah, that's good.
E.
Yeah. So it's epsilon iota. Epsilon iota is singular. That would be graphe, right? So ho mathetes graphe, and then we would say, take our noun logos. How would you say the words? But you would make it, for this right here, has to be accusative and it has to be plural. So how would you make the words accusative and plural?
be let me see. Hold on. It would be
Yeah, what's the ending? What was the ending over here for this is singular, but we erased the plural, but the declension ending for accusative and plural, what is it? Do you remember?
yeah.
Because all you do is put tau in front of it for your article. That's all you do.
Okay. So you've got let's see. For the word I'm sorry, direct object or indirect object, where are we again though?
No, again, I've already told you. Yeah, you don't have to figure it out. I already told you. It's accusative and it's plural. Yeah, accusative and plural, and the noun is logos. So all you got to do is decline it.
Logos. Okay, logos.
Logos, yeah, there you go. And so the article, what would be the article? Because you got to have the words. So you need the article. What is it? Yeah, tous logos. Yep. So you would say, ho mathetes graphe tous logos. Yep. I guess I could erase that over there. I don't really want to. Yeah. I mean, if you got it written down, you got this written down?
I'm sorry, which written down?
Do you got the declension? I mean, I've had this up here for a few weeks. You got this written down?
Yeah, the thing is, I've got them all like on different pages, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so anyway, so I'll write out some of the sentence here. Let's see. All right, let's see. So just start with our sentence here. Whole, rough breathing mark. So it's, because it's going that direction, like this. Whole, so that's our rough breathing mark. So whole mathetes, the student, graphe. So it's got epsilon iota at the end. Okay. So graphe. So here's our stem, graphe at the end. So that's whole mathetes graphe. So that's singular. This is singular. And this is third person. Whole mathetes graphe. Right? And it's nominative noun. Whole mathetes is nominative noun. So whole mathetes graphe, the student writes, and then you said tous. Actually, I guess it'll go this way, wouldn't it? Logos. Yeah, whole mathetes graphe, tous logos. Okay, so the student writes the words, and then we need our word for and. What's the word for and? Kai, right? So kai. Okay, and then we start our next phrase, within that sentence. There's two phrases connected by conjunction. So the teacher. So now that you start a new sentence, this is a new sentence. The word kai just connects them together. This is subject, just like this is subject of this sentence, right? I mean, it's one sentence, but it's different phrases. You got a clause, you got two clauses, and they're conjoined or connected by a conjunction. So this is the subject, the teacher. The verb is reads, and then you got a direct object at the end that's pointing towards. So we would say ho didaskalos, the teacher. Ho didaskalos. Ho didaskalos. Right? Ho didaskalos. And then we got our new noun, anagnosko, which is kind of a long word. So 1, 2, let's see, anagnosko. So that's 5 syllables. So ho didaskalos, not anagnosko, sorry, third person. So gnoske, just like this one, they should be the same. These are both third person. So ho mathetes graphe, and then ho didaskalos anagnoske. Both of those are third person. So they're going to have the epsilon iota at the end of the verb. And then we got them. So our pronoun is autos, but we need to make that accusative, and we need to make it plural. So how would we say that to make it plural and make it accusative? So the ending for...
Okay, if we're on the word them.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we go back to that. That would be the...
Yeah, so the endings were... If it was singular, it would be omicron nu, right? That's accusative, right? So it's os... So let's walk through the singular. Os, u, o, on. That's the singular side. Os, u, o, on. So os, u, o, on. And then the plural side is oi, on. So it's omega, nu. That's the genitive, plural. And then ois, and then the ending is, or for accusative for plural is us. So it's omicron, upsilon, sigma. So we need to put that together with altos. So we get rid of the omicron sigma at the end of altos, and we replace it with us. So it should be autus. So hodidaskalos anagnoski autus. So the teacher reads them right there. The student writes the words and the teacher reads them. And then we get our new word eta for then. Eta ho didask or ho mathetes, the student. Eta ho mathetes. We're going to use our verb manthano, which means learn. So how would I make that third person singular? Basically just following the same pattern we've been doing. This is all third person singular. So graphe, anagnoske. Now you got manzano. How do you change manzano to be third person singular?
Third person.
Yeah, right here. So these are verbs. So this is third person singular right here. Graphe, anagnoske.
Yeah.
So we take manzano and we make it match that. So you would say manzane. Yeah. So eta homathetes manthane tus logus. Same thing we said before. And then the word how is pos. So we say pos. And so you'd say how. So how does he learn the words? So yeah, you wouldn't really use a word for does. You would just say how learns he the words. So you would say pos. You wouldn't even need to put that. You don't need a pronoun for that. You could just put third person singular here, and it's pretty obvious who you're talking about. So you can say pos manthane tus logus. So how pos manthane tus logus. So if you said pos manthane, which would be mu, alpha, nu, theta, alpha, nu, epsilon, iota. So manthane, tus logus, and then you put the semicolon for your question mark, and then you say he reads. So then you would need the nominative for he. What's the pronoun for he?
It's a pronoun for he.
Sorry.
Pages.
Oh man.
So
yeah, what's the pronoun for? Go ahead.
No, I don't know, but for he, it's no. It goes to.
Yeah, there's only three. There's only three. There's ego, there's su, and then what's the other one? What's the third one? Altos, right? Yeah, altos is singular. We haven't got into the neuter one yet, which we would use our endings for the neuter, but we haven't talked about that yet. So we're not talking about it, which would be neuter. We're just talking about he, which is masculine. So yeah, so we'd say, how does he learn? So we could say pos I mean, you could put the word in there for he, but let's not bother with that. Just pos, manthane, tus logus, and then here, autos. So basically, we'll put it in red. Autos. And then reads, he reads. So we're going to put this in third person singular. All these are third person singular. I mean, this is a slam dunk. You're not even changing them. We're not saying you. We're not saying I. They're all talking about the third person. So it's autos, anagnoske, kai, graphe. See, just like these. You know, third person, epsilon iota. So it's autos, anagnoske, kai, which you got that already. Graphe, tus logus, right? Period. And then you start a new sentence and say, ho didaskalos, the teacher, ho didaskalos, kue, because again, third person singular, kue, right? But we got this special verb. We've talked about this a number of times. This is irregular. When what follows that is the direct object, if it's a person, we use the genitive. That's irregular. That's not like the other verb, like the other nouns or the other verbs, you know, that have a noun that follows. But if it's not a person, then we follow the normal paradigm, which the normal pattern, which is that it would be accusative. So we say ho didaskalos akue, and it says the teacher hears him. So it's a person. So akue. And so we would say autos, but we put that in genitive because, again, this is irregular, right? So autu. This has got to be genitive because akue is a little strange. So the teacher, ho didaskalos, you know, rough breathing mark, ho didaskalos. Yeah, ho didaskalos. Akue autu. Okay, here's him read the book. Yeah, I don't know that. Let's see. Can we say that with what we know so far? The teacher hears him. You would say reading the book, and that would be a participle. So yeah, actually we can't say that. So here's him. Yeah.
We ended with he.
Yeah.
Teacher hears him.
Yeah, just say he hears him. Yeah, we'll stop there. So that's still pretty good. I mean, we got some momentum going here. The student writes the words and the teacher reads them. Then the student learns the words. How does he learn the words? He reads and writes the words. The teacher hears him. Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty good. So we say, ho mathetes graphe tus logus, kai ho didaskalos, the teacher, anagnoske autus. So that's accusative and it's plural. So it's got the ending is omicron upsilon sigma at the end. That's accusative. It's plural. And it's third person. Or, no, sorry, not third person. Sorry. That's, sorry. Yeah. There we go. It is third person because it's them, but, so the third person in the sense that we would use the word autus. So in that sense, it's third person. But as far as the omicron, upsilon, sigma, that's plural and that's accusative. Yeah, accusative and plural. So we say eta. Yeah, so this is this up here is what that was. And then this would be eta homathetes manthane tus logus. Pos manthane tus logus. Autos anagnoske kai graphe tus logus. Hodidaskalos akue autu. So that's it. So we should probably end the video. It's probably pretty long by now, but yeah, but if you go back through those, I mean, please write these out, go through the whole paradigm. you know, the singular, the plural. It's gonna be a lot of writing. Do a bunch of these. I mean, at least write all these out, at least in the nominative, and then decline them with the declension, and you'll learn that paradigm. Like you'll know it. If you know, you're gonna probably have to do it more, but that'll give you a huge hyper jump right there. Remember, eta is then, pos is how, ara is how we start a lot of questions. We didn't use it here because we got pos, but we got second declension neuter. We got a few words: to biblion, hieron, ergon, to technon. I could probably introduce a few more. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm trying to stick with the words that are more prevalent in the New Testament. So then we start jumping into some scripture, since all these words we're using are really frequent in the New Testament, we should be able to start eventually here soon finding a lot of scriptures that you guys can read right out of the Bible. So actually, let me pause the video just for a second. Oh, here we go. Here's what the video is. Okay, so I put to euangelion, which is the gospel, or literally from angelos, message, messenger. This is message, good message. Somebody could say good news. The only thing is, it's really like a good message in the sense of literally what that word means, as opposed to the idea of how we think of good news. Because when we think of the words good news, we think of a relief. Like some tragedy's happening and you're giving me a relief. I mean, it could be that. It could be that, but I don't think it has to be. Certainly the word angelion all by itself, angelion as a message, it's just a message. So, but euangelion, you know, maybe it's kind of a relief sort of thing, but I don't think it has to be. Pos is how. Now again, ara is a lot of times when we're doing questions, we'll start that out, and the semicolon is our question mark. Again, ho mathetes is student. Eta, that's a new word, which means then. And we use that up here when we said then the student learns. So we said eta ho mathetes manthane tus logus. Okay. And we said anagnoskò is a new verb, which basically gnosko means I know. So anagnoskò means I read. And let's see, we had, did we use all these in our sentence? We used write, student, teacher, reads, word, and then learn. Okay. So yeah, we used them all. Okay. All right, brother. Well, let's see. I still got you here. Did I lose you?
Yeah. No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, brother. So yeah, give that a shot. Go back through that. I mean, you can always zoom the video towards the end. I'll probably in a couple hours have the video up there. You can zoom it towards the end, and if you want to, I encourage you to, like, if you can find the time, go through the whole thing. But if you could, like, zoom it towards the end and go through this and write it out, and work for those new paradigms. You know, both for the verb. You know, like grapho, graphes, graphe, and then we is graphomen. You guys is graphete, and then they graphusen. So they write, to use the word, you know, grapho as an example. But yeah, work through those paradigms, practice with a lot of those verbs. And then likewise for the declensions for the nouns, you know, masculine os, u, o, on, and then oi, on, ois, us. So that's masculine. And then here, Yeah, we didn't talk about plural for neuter. We'll do that next time. But at least you can go through the singular side. So it'd be on, u, o, on. So that's the simple paradigm for singular over here for neuter. So, all right, brother. So you got your work cut out for you. So, yeah, man. I don't know where this class is gonna go, man. I mean, if you want to keep going, I'll keep going. But, we'll keep hacking at it. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm really surprised. I kind of thought that we had 4 solid people there for a while. I really thought David was climbing on board and he was gonna like jump in, and he's totally been out of touch with me. I don't know. Sometimes like he just kind of appears out of nowhere, and I hear from him after like a month or two. So I know he stays pretty busy. Him and his wife over there in Tampa on the other coast. But yeah, I kind of had hoped he'd jump in. And I know Christian is he's trying to be here, but he's got other things going on. He's involved with Statler College and all that they're doing in Boston and stuff. So, and then it was you, and then let's see, somebody else. Yeah, I don't know if Shane Cousins is gonna, get up to speed and jump in or what. But see, who was that 4th person? Oh, let's see. Ken was kind of, sort of, for a while there, showing up a few times. And then, yeah, I don't remember. Who was the other? If there was a 4th person. Isn't there somebody else? Or was it just...
We'll see, there was...
David, you, Christian. Maybe I'm thinking of Ken, but anyway, it is what it is, so yeah. Anyway.
Hopefully they're following along and will keep up, because I think last time
I hope
they jumped in, they were caught up, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. So, but I mean, usually you're doing pretty well. So I just encourage you, brother. Really, don't just go, oh, I went through the video. Like, go back through the video. If you don't have the time, you don't have time. But if you can make the time, and you can sit down with paper and actually write these things out, pause the video, write these things out, you're going to get so much more out of it. You will. So a language is like math. Math, you have to work problems over and over and over and over and over and over and over. The only people I know that ever did it well at math, and maybe they went on like me to be an engineer or whatever, is because they did problems over and over and over in high school and junior high, over and over and over. But the people just like, they go through class, they maybe do the bare minimum for their homework or whatever. They're never really gonna get it and be good at it. And same thing with a language. Like you just can't do that. You have to go over and over and over it. And since you don't have a textbook, you don't have a workbook, your only resource is these videos. So, or the notes that you're taking. But when you're watching through the videos, like now, it's hard for you to take notes. But you can go back through the video and take notes, and then actually, like, from the things we're doing, because we're basically doing workbook type homework, like in class, that if you'll do that, I mean, you'll get so much more out of it. So you kind of have to do that for a language. So, and that's what I was saying. I was kind of hoping we would get more people, because when we start, kind of getting solid what we're doing now, like this is basic. If we can get solid, now we can start conversing. Even though there'll be real simple sentences, the conversing is going to make you own the language. You're going to know the language. Like just trying to do this, go through class, read it, you'll forget it. You'll forget it. But if you actually start like doing all this stuff we're talking about, and we can start conversing with it, you're going to know it. You're going to, at whatever level, if you keep going, it's going to increasingly, just solidify in your long-term memory or whatever, increasingly over time if you stay at it. But it's when you're conversing that it just like, it's so much more than just bookwork and stuff or whatever. It just, so, yeah. Yeah. So anyway.
Well, I'll go back for sure, and I'll write it out, and hopefully I'll be a little better next time.
Okay, brother. God bless you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, see you, man.